Family's rental home in the Brentwood area, and there is still a massive investigation going on here all along this stretch of road.
And here's a live look from the ground at the two main locations in the search for Taylor Williams. On the left, Brentwood, where the mother said she last saw the little girl in their home. On the right is the Southside location where they recently moved from. Neighbors we talked to say they had been searching since they heard Taylor was gone.
It hurts me to see that. So we've been walking ever since yesterday morning and trying to find this baby. We praying that we find the baby alive.
Thanks for joining us, everyone, on Action News Jax at noon. I'm Phil Amato.
And I'm Dawn Lopez. 36 hours have now passed since this 5-year-old was last seen by her mother, reportedly. Action News Jax Letitia Barriola spent her entire morning in Brentwood witnessing this search. She joins us live right now from the command center in Brentwood. Letitia, this is still a very active scene.
I think much of the activity, too, is coming from the neighborhood, really. People are waking up and starting their day, taking lunch breaks, and they're coming to this scene, trying to figure out how they can help. Let's give you a better look at this command center here. Earlier this morning, there were dozens of investigators here working out their plans, regrouping for the day. Now there's only a few, and, you know, I take that as a good sign. That means they are out and about working their plans this afternoon. So let's get you caught up on the very latest here. Crime Stoppers is now offering a $3,000 reward for information. More than 200 people are using all of their power to find this 5-year-old girl. That includes 185 first responders. Just think about that, 185 first responders all throughout this area, from Southside here to Brentwood. Dozens of resources are being used, including search dogs, horses, drones, dive teams. We showed you those images just yesterday of them looking in the water waves. And, you know, Action News Jax has live team coverage. We have had this all morning long. We continue this afternoon. Since we first broke this story just yesterday morning, our team coverage continues with Action News Jax Ben Becker. And Ben, you are live on the south side, about 16 miles away from where I am right now, where this family used to live just a short while ago, and you're talking to former neighbors there.
Letitia, I'm here at the Southside Villas. Right behind me, you can see it, and also over here to my left is a sign. I want to give you an indication of sort of where we are, right? So this family moved out of here on Sunday, okay, not too long before the mother and daughter disappeared. Now, they lived in Building 2, all right? This is a 15-building complex here at the Southside Villas. They were here in Building 2, which is not too far up this road here. We're outside right now because of the police presence inside that keeps us here. Now, I want to show you some brand new pictures I just obtained about within the last hour or so of inside this apartment complex where they used to live. You can see a heavy police presence is here. Also, there are red bags full of items that were inside that apartment at the time that this mother and daughter were there, when Brianna and Taylor were there. Also, there's a bag full of foot slippers that police presumably wore when going through that apartment. Neighbors tell me police have been going door to door.
So what did the police ask you?
They asked me if they had ever seen her here before, and I told them I've never seen her, how long I've been here. I told them 3 years, and they asked if they could search the house and just make sure, which I imagine they're doing with everybody. So
they asked to search your house?
Yes. Yeah, I can send it to it.
Now, neighbors tell me that few children actually live in this apartment complex. There's actually more pets than kids. Now, I'm trying to work and get more information for you, and I'll have it later tonight at 5 and 6. Reporting live from the South Side, Ben Becker, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
All right, Ben, and again, I'm over here at the command center about 16 miles away from where he is, and right up the block from me is where Action News Jax Christy Turner is, right outside that Brentwood home. That's where Brianna Williams says she last saw her daughter. And Action News Jax Christy Turner live. Christy, I understand you're talking to people right in front of that home.
Yeah, I talked to a neighbor who says he saw the mother move into this house over the weekend. In the last 20 minutes, a JSO crime scene unit van pulled up to this house here on Ivy Street. We saw an investigator snap some pictures of the front door, and that crime scene unit just left this house. I also want to point out that they put up these white sheets over the windows so we can't see inside right now. Sky Action News Jax was over the Brentwood neighborhood earlier to give you an aerial view. This is the last place the mother says she saw saw her daughter when she put her to bed around midnight Wednesday. Yesterday, Action News Jax spoke to a woman who helped the mother move into this house from the south side. She says she never saw the 5-year-old girl. Well, today I spoke to a man who lives across the street here on Ivy Street, and what he told me backs up that story.
It is strange because I'm like, I didn't even know she had a little girl, because I have a son and a daughter myself. And I'm like, I didn't see normally little kids be out here playing or something. No little girl.
He says this home has been vacant for at least 7 months until the mother moved in over the weekend. He says certain things stood out to him that he called strange. I'll have more on what the neighbor had to say throughout the day. Reporting live in Brentwood, Christy Turner, CBS 47 Action News Jax.
You know, back here at the command center, as I told you, people have been walking up, wanting to see what's going on, and some of those people included Councilman Reggie Gaffney. I noticed him and a group of men walking up the street here within the last 2 hours or so, and we chatted a bit about what they're doing today and how they're leaning on faith. And, you know, there was a powerful moment that, you know, it was really refreshing to witness. It was these faith leaders along with that councilman, and they took hands with law enforcement, the people here at the command center. They took a moment to pray. Everything sort of stopped for a second. You could hear them praying, gathering together, and they were simply praying for the best possible outcome here.
Until she has been located, we're going to believe God, that God, she may be in danger but still safe, because God have a way of protecting us in some unusual ways.
Let me tell you, that pastor, he went into a mini sermon at that moment. He kept going and going about how they have faith, that it's too early to give up. They have hope. But he was also very clear. They are saddened and they're worried and concerned, but they're leaning on faith. Action News Jax Beth Rousseau, she joins me now, and Beth has been with me all morning long here in the Brentwood neighborhood. And you've noticed, too, people coming here asking, hey, can I have a flyer? How can we help?
Absolutely, Letitia. And, you know, we talk so much about all these law enforcement resources that are out here. In fact, if photographer Mark will walk right with me, we're going to get you a little bit closer. So many people, investigators, JFRD, JSO that are out here. But it really does not emphasize how much of a role the community can play in bringing this little girl home safely. I can't tell you how many families we've seen walk up this morning, grab these flyers, and then take off right down the road to go looking for her. Right now, I want to go ahead and pull up some video of some of those families bringing supplies to these first responders. Neighbors tell me they didn't know the 5-year-old Taylor Williams or her mother because they did move in just a few days ago. However, they're determined to come together and bring this little girl home safely.
You know, I feel bad, and that's our job, you know, to help find this little girl. And I hope they find her, you know, because I have a, you know, my heart go out to the family.
And they say that the more people, the better, so they're doing everything that they can to get this whole neighborhood involved in this search. I'll show you how they're doing it coming up on Action News Jax at 5. We're live in Brentwood this afternoon. Beth Rousseau, Action News Jax.
And just in the last hour, Sky Action News Jax flew over a south side impound lot where a dumpster, you see this, was taken from one of the search areas. You can see trash that was dumped out yesterday. It has now been cleaned up. That's the advantage Sky Action News Jax has for us. We can give you those aerial shots and see how this story is developing for you. So there's a lot of new things happening today. A lot of it is community-based. Not a lot from investigators this noon, but we'll certainly be staying right close to this command center over at the Brentwood house, also on the south side. That's just some of where reporters are working on this today. So stay with us here in Action News Jax as we hope for the very best outcome here for missing 5-year-old Taylor Williams. Guys?
Thanks, Letitia. And time is one of the biggest factors that agencies are working against right now. The chance of a missing person returning home safely lessens with every hour, experts say, particularly if you're vulnerable, like a preschooler, like 5-year-old Taylor. So we dug deeper into the time frame. And according to an FBI study, the first 72 hours of a missing person investigation are the most critical. And here's the reason why. We've listed them out for you. The protection and loss of evidence. As time goes on, investigators say that there are fewer breadcrumbs, you could say, to follow. And also, the timeline is even shorter when it comes to a person's memory, a witness's memory, for example. They say after 48 hours, it starts to fade. And another factor is distance. If Taylor was abducted, there's no telling how far her kidnapper could have gone if their mode of transportation, it was a car, for example, or, just not known. Now, if you or anyone you know is put in this situation where someone has gone missing, immediately file a report. When doing so, give law enforcement as much detail as you possibly can about what the person looks like, including any unique marks such as tattoos or a birthmark, along with physical appearance. To be sure to describe how the missing person thinks or if they have any mental impairment. It could give officers an idea as to where the person may go or what they might do.
Some great advice there. All of us at Action News Jax have been tweeting out information we get since this morning. We've also put and posted any interviews, videos, and pictures from the scene there. Stick with us, too, for the latest information by following our team of reporters as well as our Action News Jax Facebook page. You can also download the Action News Jax mobile app for alerts sent straight to your phone. They're all free for all devices.
And from the Action News Jax First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Garrett Beaton. Well, right now, got some sunshine in spots, clouds and others, but also a cold front is on the way when it brings much cooler air and some rain. That's in the updated hour-by-hour First Alert forecast.
Action News Jax just left a courtroom where the only suspect in a missing mother's case called her attorney garbage. The argument we witnessed as Kimberly Kessler and a judge got into an argument.
And again, the search continues for 5-year-old Taylor Williams. Last seen midnight Wednesday. Search crews continue to battle against time to find her.
What to watch tonight, brought to you by Ashley Home Store.
Action News Jax will continue to follow the very latest developments in the search for this little one, Taylor Rose Williams. There's an Amber Alert for her. We just can't show you her picture enough. We won't stop. Here are some of the main points to pass along to your family and your friends, your neighbors, so that we can bring this little one home. She's 5 years old, about 3 feet tall. Her mother says that she was last seen wearing pink and purple pajama set. She was also last seen around midnight Wednesday morning. The only woman linked to the death of a Nassau County mother called her attorney this morning a piece of garbage.
That's right. Action News Jax Elizabeth Pace was in the courtroom for what was supposed to be Kimberly Kessler's competency hearing, but instead witnessed a full-on argument.
It was an intense courtroom right up there on the 3rd floor. Now today, the court was supposed to discuss if Kimberly Kessler is competent to stand trial after conflicting reports. But instead, it turned into an open argument between Kessler, her attorney, and the judge. Now here's Kessler waiting for her case to get called, sitting in a neon green jumpsuit and handcuffs. She seems calm now, but when she walked up to the podium with her attorney claims her client leaned over and told her, quote, "You're a piece of garbage." It's too quiet to pick up on the court's mic, but when you watch it over again, you can see her mouth it to her attorney. Her attorney told the judge they have an ethical conflict. She says they believe Kessler is incompetent to stand trial. Last month, her treatment staff told the judge in a letter they believe she is competent. Now, Kessler is the only named suspect in the disappearance and murder of Jolene Cummings. The body of the mother of 3 has never been found. Kessler's attorney says that she will file a written motion to leave this case. The next hearing is scheduled for the 26th of this month, and ahead at 5, you'll hear from the judge explain why he's not allowing Kessler to change her attorneys. Reporting in Nassau, Elizabeth Pace, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
Live look right now out over Vice-Star Veterans Memorial Arena, where singer Michael Bublé will kick off his 2020 tour. Tickets go on sale in 2 weeks, November 18th at 10 a.m. The concert is set for March 17th. And listen to this. Some free family fun. Soccer fans, the U.S. women's national team wants you to come out and see them before practice for their big game this Sunday. So their public training is set for Saturday, November 9th from 5 until 6 p.m. at TIAA Bank Field downtown. Admission and parking are free. The gates open at 4:30, and take note, the NFL clear bag policy will be in effect.
And the fun doesn't stop, too. You're getting a live look at the Jacksonville Fair, where in just a few hours at 5 p.m. it'll be open to the public this year. Some events on the schedule include a dog show, pig racing, and a cattle show. Tickets range from $6 to $10, depending on your age. Once again, the gates open at 5 o'clock tonight. Your official Jaguars stations will be out at the Mellow Mushroom in Avondale tonight for Jaguars All Access. If you can't join us for some pizza and football, you can tune in at 7 o'clock on Fox 30.
Now, certified Jacksonville's most accurate forecast. Action News Jax First Alert Weather.
Our first alert, meteorologist Garrett Beaton. Well, right now we got some sunshine breaking out over Jacksonville, but mostly cloudy skies in southeast Georgia. You can see that cloud line really receding back to the north and west. Meanwhile, the sea breeze is getting going here. Just looking at the cloud line there with some cumulus clouds moving from east to west. There is a cold front to our north and west, and that'll mean some rain for us as it makes its way to the south and east, and some very cold air behind it with that area of high pressure. But right now it's 82 degrees. You can really tell where those clouds are. I was just showing you. 72 in Waycross, 75 Folkestone. Here comes some sunshine in McClenny at 80 degrees and low 80s right now in St. Augustine. So we'll go from the 80s to the 60s as we head through the next, say, 24 hours. Today, mid 80s in Jacksonville, 80 degrees at Fernandina Beach, upper 70s in Kingsland, but we've already got the mid to upper 80s well inland in portions of northeast Florida, but a wide temperature variation this afternoon thanks to those clouds I was just showing you. Here they are with some breaks in the clouds on JIA on the Action News Jax First Alert Skycam network. We got abundant sunshine closer to the beaches I was looking at on our Skycam network, but we'll be in the upper 70s when you head home from work today in that hour-by-hour forecast. Here's First Alert Doppler HD over northeast Florida and southeast Georgia, tracking some showers just offshore. Now, a few isolated showers will try to get going this afternoon with that little bit of a sea breeze, some of this daytime heating we have as well. So a few isolated showers along and west of I-95. Then tonight, overnight, and into the early morning hours of your Friday, there's that front making its way into southeast Georgia and then sliding to the south and east through northeast Florida through the early morning hours. So some potential wet roadways and scattered showers for portions of the morning commute. It's not an all-out washout, but some scattered showers is what we'll be tracking early in the morning with mostly cloudy skies as we head into the afternoon. Now we'll likely see some scattered showers through the day on Friday, a little bit more than this actually is depicting now with the updated model run, but we will see those onshore breezy winds too, around 10 to 20 miles per hour for Friday. This weekend, though, we go down into the 40s in the morning, Saturday and Sunday. Veterans Day in the upper 70s with mostly cloudy or mostly sunny to partly sunny skies for this weekend. So there's those showers on Friday. Upper 60s the best we'll do, and then back to the 70s, mid 70s into Tuesday. Some afternoon to early evening showers. That's our next front after tomorrow, and then down to the 50s for daytime highs on Wednesday. You can always hit this forecast any time of the day and track First Alert Doppler HD right there at actionnewsjax.com. And join Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish at 5 on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax.
The Amber Alert continues for this missing 5-year-old Taylor Rose Williams. This is a new picture that her grandfather gave us during Action News Jax this morning. We continue to follow the very latest developments in the search for this little one. Action News Jax and Tisha Barriola will have another update from the 5-year-old's home in Brentwood next.
Welcome back to Action News Jax, where we have team coverage for the search for 5-year-old Taylor Williams. I'm at the command center right here in Brentwood, where the family moved here just days ago. This is where Brianna Williams says she last saw her daughter. Stay with Action News Jax, especially later this afternoon. We're asking about her school. We're talking to volunteers. We're looking for answers in the case of this missing little girl.
We're working on much more for you ahead on CBS 47 Fox 30 Action News Jax at 5:45 tonight.
Action News Jax anchors John Buckman and Tanika Hughes have a preview.
In just weeks, many local homeowners won't be able to get Freon for their air conditioners.
That could make them useless.
You'd have to buy it on the black market, and who knows what you'd pay.
Action News Jax investigates what local homeowners need to do to save money and keep their units running in 2020.
That's today at 5:45 on CBS 47 and Fox 30.
Another update on Taylor Williams coming up at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
See you then.